MPs will vote tonight on HS2, the controversial new high-speed rail line that'll go through Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire.
Well, the government says the £50 billion scheme is crucial for the future of Britain's economy. It will, they say, help bridge the north-south divide, but opponents say it's a waste of money that'll destroy some of our region's most beautiful countryside.
Well, our political correspondent Phil Hornby is live at Westminster for us tonight. Phil, MP set to give HS2 the green signal then?
Absolutely. It seems to have overwhelming support in the House of Commons, and that's bad news for the anti-HS2 protesters who started to gather outside Parliament this lunchtime. They came from our region and from communities all along the line. Their message, HS2 must be scrapped. Some MPs do agree with those protesters and have said when it comes to the vote tonight, they will rebel.
I'm voting against HS2. I think it's an unnecessary solution to a problem that doesn't exist. I think it's an extraordinary way of spending £50 billion worth of the taxpayers' money, and I think it's a desecration of the English countryside.
What about the MP for Aylesbury, David Liddington, who's opposed to HS2, but he's a government minister? Well, rather fortunately for him, he finds himself in Estonia tonight, so he will miss the vote. But he has said that next time HS2 comes up for a vote in the House of Commons, he will vote against it, and that will mean resigning as a government minister if the government don't come up with new proposals to tunnel under the Chilterns. As for the Transport Secretary, Patrick McLaughlin, he says it's time to get on with it.
Whilst I wholly understand the concerns of those honourable members whose constituents are affected by the route, I also know that this is a decision we cannot duck. We have waited long enough.
Phil, assuming it does get the go-ahead tonight, what happens next?
Well, tonight's vote won't be the beginning of the end of this process. It'll be more like the end of the beginning. It'll be a very long process that will go from here and stretch right through probably until the other side of the general election. That's when the bill will finally come back for its third reading. But between now and then, there's all sorts of committee hearings where they look at the line, they look at the route, inch by inch, go through the whole thing before it comes back for final approval, which, as I say, will probably be after the next general election.